All right. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, guys, to episode 2 of Hello Hello the podcast.
Thanks for making it this far.
Yeah, we made it this far. We didn't get cancelled. Season 1, episode 1, we didn't get cancelled. We made it past the pilot episode.
Well, not yet, anyways. But
Not yet. Yeah, hang on.
thanks for the, following and checking out the announcement that we made a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
about Hello.
we made a couple of tweets and stuff like that on both our personal account, and then we opened the Hello Hello official Twitter account and stuff like that. And we got a pretty warm response from a lot of people, which I was very happy to hear. It's it gives us a lot of energy and stuff like that, seeing you guys really vibe with what we're trying to do and stuff like that. And I just want to say that I really appreciate it personally. It's good to hear feedback, both positive and negative. So
Yeah, totally. I was so nervous about mentioning it, but
Yeah.
you guys have been lovely about it. Thank you.
No, it is. It's great. So sort of more on that, and I guess if you guys have any suggestions about what you think the topic should be on for a certain week or stuff like that, be sure to leave them in the comments of the YouTube video, or you can send us an email, jensandjake@gmail.com. We're gonna read all those things and stuff like that. If you have any suggestions or topics or just any feedback in general,
Yeah.
be happy to hear it. I guess, Jens, do you want to start us off with sort of how your week's been just so far?
It's been pretty good. Pretty busy week for me. Just on streams and checked out Scott Pilgrim versus the World for their 10-year anniversary. They released the game.
I haven't seen the original movie.
Really?
Yeah. No. I have been told to watch it a couple of times, and a lot of people, I do know it's very very popular, very
it is
sort of
very
cult
popular.
classic, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like it's a cult classic, but I would recommend. But the game is great. I'm terrible at it. I've never played beat 'em ups. So
Yeah, no, I did watch a little bit. I was lurking. I was playing Minecraft.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were playing Minecraft, and I had you up on my other monitor. But would you say it's as hard as Cuphead? Because I did see you say that it was quite hard at some points. Would you say it's as hard as Cuphead?
I feel like for me it was harder because at least Cuphead, it's on one like playing level, whereas
the perspective was a bit weird, wasn't it?
was like so hard for me to grasp because I've never played anything like that before. That it was like I don't know which level of the
where the hitbox is, what lane they're in. Yeah,
I think it just takes a lot of practice, and for those who grew up with it, would find it way easier than I did, like Bajo.
Well, that's it. Bajo was sitting there; he was vibing, so happy with it. Like
I know.
He was loving it. But I think it's he grew up, like he said, playing the Ninja Turtle, the Ninja Turtle arcade game and stuff like that. So he's already used to it. But I guess that's what you get for being a boomer, being old.
What about you? How was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty chill. We had the weekend away last weekend, so I came back to
for your birthday.
My area. Yeah, it was recently my birthday. Big old 23 this year.
Oof.
Yeah, they're climbing. But yeah, no, we were Sydney CBD and stuff like that. We had a really nice hotel with the view of Harbour Bridge and right above Luna Park at Lavender Bay there.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice, yeah.
Fancy.
So we just did a bunch of basically just a bunch of shopping because we did want to go. I did want to take Emma to Luna Park.
Are they open?
Emma's my girlfriend. They are open, but they are only usually at Luna Park in Sydney. You can even if you don't have a ticket for any of the rides or things like that, you can sort of just walk through the main bit of the park.
Yeah.
They've closed all that part down because they only want obviously the ticketed people in there at the moment because of all the COVID restrictions and stuff going on. So we didn't get to actually just walk in and stuff like that. But Emma hasn't. She's been to Luna Park before, but she's never been on any of the rides.
Oh, okay.
She did what we did, and she went when we went. She did the Halloween stuff.
Oh, really?
Which for those that haven't been and that live in Sydney, I do strongly suggest doing the Halloween stuff events. It is a lot of fun.
I guess they call them haunted houses. They were great.
Yeah. Oh, they're so much fun. They have at the Sydney one. I've been lucky enough to do both. We were last in when we were last in Melbourne for PAX. They had PAX over the same weekend that Halloween was, or that not the same weekend, but like the same sort of time period that Luna Park do their Halloween event. And so me and a couple of friends went, and the Melbourne was good, wasn't as good as Sydney one because the Melbourne Luna Park is quite small.
Right.
So I think they only had like 1 or 2 haunted houses, whereas the
Right.
Sydney one had like 4 or 5 and
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
had
that.
quite a
So
few.
there's so many. But getting back on topic, yeah, I was going to try and take Emma to Luna Park to do the rides, but they're only doing shortened hours as well at the moment. They're only doing 10 till 4. So we sort of missed the days because we slept in a little bit and stuff like that.
Oh, shame.
But it's all right. I think I go back to uni at the end of this month or at the start of Feb, so I'm going to try and squeeze it in.
Yeah,
a little trip
it's
to the
not
city or
gonna
something
go
like that if we
anywhere.
can. No, yeah. But they are closed. We do want to go before, I think it's July, because they're closing it down because they're adding a new roller coaster.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they're revamping a little bit of the park and stuff like that, and they're adding a new roller coaster. So we're going to try and make it down there before then for sure.
Oh, cool. Well,
But
later.
yeah, that was my weekend.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of parks, we'll talk about something a bit later in the episode. Sneak peek.
Yeah. A little sneaky, yeah.
But before we go into the video game news, I just wanted to quickly talk about WandaVision, which is a TV series that Marvel are doing.
Disney Plus.
Yep, it's on Disney Plus for those wondering where you can watch this. It comes out today of the recording, which is Saturday, the 15th.
Friday.
Oh, no, Friday.
It is a Friday, gents. It is a Friday, yep.
And yeah, I for one don't watch any like trailers. I don't like it. Most trailers spoil either a bit of the movie or a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
So I usually stay away from them. But this 1 minute and 20-second trailer that Marvel have released on their YouTube, and to be honest, I don't know what it's gonna be. Yeah,
we'll show it
it'll
as
be
well
on
for
the
YouTube watchers. We'll have it behind us.
Video
so you
podcast for those listening. But it's basically Vision and Scarlet living together.
Scarlet Witch, yeah. So you haven't read the comics, have you? Really? No. Okay, so a couple of years back when Marvel redid every so often, Marvel and DC both sort of revamp their comic book lineup. And they sort of restart their universe and stuff like that. So all of the comics, they start off like, Spider-Man #1 again, Iron Man #1, stuff. A couple of months into doing the most recent revamp, they brought out a comic book called WandaVision, or it was basically sort of what I'm assuming is like the sort of catalyst or like a reference point for what the TV show is going to be about. Obviously, it's not going to follow the comic book series 1-to-1 because they're still trying to tie it into the greater MCU and stuff like that. It's sort of got to fit and work. But yeah, in the comic book, Wanda and Vision end up having kids. I don't know exactly how because of Vision obviously being a synthetic humanoid sort of thing, and then Wanda being a superpowers and stuff like that, not being more human, obviously. Yeah, they do that. So I wonder if they're going to delve into that sort of side of things. But from the little trailer, it looks like it's taking place over like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and then like maybe into the 80s and stuff like that. It sort of looks like it's going through a lot of time periods and stuff like that. It looks weird. I think it's going to be so trippy.
About it.
It's going to be so trippy, I think.
We haven't seen this, obviously, but we will talk about it probably next week if we do get a chance to watch it.
By the time, when this episode goes up sometime next week, we're obviously recording this on the Friday that comes out. When it comes out next week, you probably will have all seen it by now. So we'll talk more on like a sort of what we thought about it in next week's episode, I guess.
Yeah. But first-hand looks, I'm interested. I'm a sucker for Marvel, to be honest. So
I'll watch anything Marvel. Yeah,
me too.
Anything.
So yeah, we're gonna check it out and see. Hopefully, it'll be a good one because I've never really enjoyed Marvel TV shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I haven't tried properly.
Yeah, did you ever watch the Daredevil show on Netflix?
No. What was that called?
Oh my god, it was called Daredevil itself. Like it's just I think it's still up there. I don't think Marvel's taken it down just yet, but I 100% recommend both seasons of Daredevil and then season 1 of The Punisher. I don't think they did a season 2.
The Punisher I know had been well received.
My gosh, that was
maybe
so
I'm thinking
good.
of
They did
The Shield or something that I just didn't enjoy
as
much.
Early early seasons of Agents of Shield and sort of like the middle parts were really good. I
Right.
stopped watching it at like I think it was season 5, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
Just because I sort of, I couldn't really keep up. There was a lot of TV shows I was watching at that
Right.
time, week by week, and so it was just one thing that I sort of couldn't keep up with. But
Yeah.
but that was still quite enjoyable. It wasn't, it wasn't like what Marvel TV is going to be these days, where it directly ties into the whole MCU thing. I don't think, but still, I
Yeah, I
would
think this
recommend it
one
if you have free
will.
time.
WandaVision might.
Yeah, all of the new shows coming out in Disney Plus, all directly tying straight into the MCU and stuff like that.
Well, it's going to
Yeah.
be an interesting one. Hopefully it's good. But anyways, we've
Yeah.
spoken way too much about this. Let's move on to
Well, next topic.
next topic.
A couple of mornings ago, sorry, I woke up, checked Twitter as I normally do every morning. First thing I see, Bethesda.
Ooh,
They're releasing an Indiana Jones game.
they are too. How exciting.
Out of the blue. Like, unless I was living under a rock, I didn't see any leaks or sort of any premonitions about this thing coming out, anything like that. But yeah, a couple of days ago, Disney announced that Lucasfilms Games they were revamping that division of Lucasfilms, which has sort of been dead, I think, since the late 90s, early 2000s. They haven't really done much,
Right.
or much of worth.
Yeah.
And so they said, Disney came out and said, we're revamping this property, and then they did nothing else. And then the day after that, the first new IP, or I guess new IP, I say loosely, under Lucasfilms Games is the Indiana Jones games, developed by Machine Games and Bethesda.
And they were the ones
Crazy.
who did the Wolfenstein games.
They were, yeah. Machine Games did the Wolfenstein games recently,
Which
were pretty well
interesting.
received as well. Yeah, and it is. It looks like it's going to be. Well, I mean, we don't know anything about it because the little we'll shut up again on the YouTube watchers. But like it was like a 30-second or 40-second clip or something like that. Showed nothing, no release date, no like release window, anything like that. It was basically just saying, hey, we're working on this. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for any news that's coming out. And then in the meantime,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are excited about it because Indiana Jones is like,
It's a big
again, I'd
brand,
say
like-
another cult classic. I
Yeah,
would think.
totally.
Like, they're very popular movies and stuff like that. And so it'd be cool to see him come back, sort of, into the limelight, I guess.
Yeah, interesting studio choice as well, because I know with the Wolfenstein games, anyways, there's a lot of shooting. I don't remember a lot of like platforming per se.
No, and that's what I think it's gonna be like. I mean, that's what I would assume they would try and make the gameplay would be. A third-person action adventure platformer type thing with some puzzles. It's not gonna be a first-person nitty-gritty shooter.
Yeah, so I'm curious which way they're gonna lean towards. If they're gonna try and branch out a little bit, because you would expect someone like Naughty Dog to kind of pick up a title like this after doing the Uncharted series.
That's what I'm thinking. If the closest thing I would think to modern day Indiana Jones is Nathan Drake in Uncharted and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's
or
like
Tomb Raider, really.
Or Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. They're also very good games, especially the new ones as well. They're quite enjoyable.
That's an interesting studio choice, but you know what? Like,
it is. I'm here for it.
Exactly.
I've sort of missed Indiana Jones and stuff like that. The only Indiana Jones games that I've ever remember playing is the Lego one, like way back when they were making Lego games.
I didn't actually
like
know
nothing.
they had proper Indiana Jones games.
Yeah, fully licensed and everything. They went through all three of the original movies. I don't think it did the fourth one, which I'm forgetting the title of for a good reason because it wasn't as good as the original three.
Right.
But I don't think they did that one. I think it was just the original three.
Yeah.
But it was quite enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. Like I do with most Lego games. They're all very fun. They're very kiddie, obviously.
But they've got this special thing about it. I've never really played the games, but I've watched the movies.
Man, you got to go and play. My favorite one is Lego Marvel, the first one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is such a good Lego game, honestly. And then obviously like Lego Star Wars, the complete saga.
The Star Wars one is definitely one I've been recommended a lot of.
Yeah. They're so much fun. They're just good to sort of like sit on the couch and chill. Like they're not serious games. They're not hardcore. They're nothing too crazy. They're just like a good bit of fun, which is what games, are sort of meant to be, I guess, at the end of the day. But yeah, and I guess speaking of fun as well, that can lead us into our next and sort of final topic of today,
Which
a bit of a bigger one.
Have teased.
Yeah, yeah, for all our
if you stuck around
listeners
this far, congratulations.
For all our aware listeners, theme parks.
A big
Nintendo
one.
Land. Universal Studios Japan. February 4th. It's opening. Speculated at least. We don't know. We can't confirm it because I think Japan's just gone back into another lockdown because of COVID.
Right.
But they were slated for an opening on February 4th. And we're gonna start watching a YouTube video now. And we're sort of gonna try our best to narrate it as we go along. We'll start it now. Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario and Luigi, and I guess the sort of Mario universe, is gonna walk us through Super Nintendo World, or I guess sort of a little sneak peek of Super Nintendo World. I want to go.
I want to go badly. I've never been to Japan, but
yeah. See, I've been to Japan once, a couple of years back, about 3 or 4 years ago now. And I went to both Universal and Disney there.
Oh yeah,
so much fun, so much fun. And then it basically about 3 or 4 months after we landed back in Sydney, I opened Facebook one morning and see that they're making Super Nintendo Land, and I was very salty. Yeah. But you can see here.
Yeah, the entrance to the theme park itself is
a
the
warp pipe. A warp pipe, yeah. We've never seen the inside of a warp pipe before, and so they're doing their best to sort of, I guess, visualize what their vision of a warp pipe would look like. It looks sweet.
It kind of looks like whatchamacallit?
Doing the hyperspace in Star Wars,
that's it.
Yeah. And then you see him. One of my favorite parts of the video is this, where he walks into Peach's Castle, the foyer of Peach's Castle, which was modeled, I guess, paintings that are, for those that have played Super Mario 64. I'm just imagining so many. You haven't played it, but in Super Mario 64, you have to jump through the paintings to go through the world. They're like magical paintings. I wonder how many people are going to try and jump through those paintings when they go. There's going to be so many people that are going to get injured at that wall. So many.
I love how it shifts.
Yeah, it's got this like sort of lenticular effect to it that changes as you go through, which is cool.
And here's the park.
And then you open up to the massive. It's straight out of a video game.
Beautiful. The quality of everything and the animatronics.
Honestly, it looks exactly like what you'd imagine it to look like. And just everything is moving. It all has life to it. It all like you see the Koopa shells, you see the power blocks, the coins that are spinning. It's insane. The coins look so real. I want to touch them.
The coins look very real.
Oh, and I think they picked a really good day to record this on because the sun. It's all nice and sunny and blue skies in Japan. So I think the coins are going to shine a lot more than what it would be if it was like a dreary sort of grey day. Obviously.
Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah. It's it's crazy. He's now
interaction thing.
Yeah. They have this like they've developed this sort of thing, this band that normally when you go to a theme park you wear like, a wristband obviously so you can tell what height you are or what like sort of scale of rides you can go on and stuff like that. But they have this sort of separate one that's basically, it looks like a smartwatch, I would call it, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's got this like little electronics thing inside it that when you go around the park you can interact with things like punch blocks or things like that, and you can collect coins, you can collect keys, you can collect power-ups, things like that. And it's all tracked through this app, and it just how fun. How cute.
So great. And I guess you have to collect as many as you can to unravel some secret things that you can do.
Yeah, you'll see in a little bit here. There's a couple of secrets. Oh, I don't know who I'd pick. I think I'd pick Mario. Yeah. But I also really like Yoshi, or Toad. Oh, I don't know. Can I buy them all? Like,
I wish.
I'm looking at it here now, and I can't imagine it. The top comment of the YouTube video watching is he's saying he can't wait for people to speed run the park, getting all the coins.
Oh yeah,
and it's so true. Chaos. You just know. Oh, that's the thing as well as thinking is like there's going to be a lineup. There's already lineups for all the rides and stuff like that. But there's going to be lineups to punch a block.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
it's, yeah. There's going to be so many lines in this, but I will 100% wait. No doubt.
Oh yeah, and there's just so many things they've done with the interactivity that are great that you don't need to ride a ride, but
Yeah.
you can still enjoy
I,
the
I
park while
honestly,
you're walking around.
yeah, I honestly feel like just being in the park, being in that atmosphere, being in that sort of like the look and feel of it all is enough. Like I would be happy if they made this without like sort of any rides really, and you could just walk around and be in the universe. Like that's cool.
It's great. I wonder how much it'll be because like I we've seen this video and I'm not sure how many rides there are.
Yeah, he doesn't. They don't show everything in the park because they don't
Mm,
obviously want to spoil it for everyone and stuff like that.
yeah,
But I think there are a handful of rides. I think at least two that we saw.
right.
There might be a third, but again, that also sort of depends on like what age bracket the rides are for. Like when you go to
Yeah,
Disney, when you go to the Toy Story realm, obviously there's no like giant roller coaster. They're sort of all more like sort of smaller rides. But then you can go up to
yeah.
Space Mountain and ride a bigger roller coaster and things like that.
Mm-mm.
Um, so I guess it sort of just depends on what they're going for.
Oh,
And now
and
this is
this
cool.
level, yeah.
Oh, this is sort of meant to mimic like the underworld, I guess, in Mario games. So when you go down a warp pipe or stuff like that, and you go underneath the main world, this is sort of meant to mimic that.
Mm.
It has like the cool sort of techno-y Mario music that you'd all know and love. I'm not going to do a rendition of it because uh
No?
no copy strike, man. I don't want to get copy striked. Um. Yeah, they have these funky little symbols as well that are sort of hidden in the blocks for you to go around and try
Oh
and
wow.
find, I guess.
The
It's
way
like
they
fetch
like
quests,
light
I
up
think.
is just
It's so
so
cool.
beautiful.
Oh,
I highly recommend if you are just listening to the podcast to check out either our video on YouTube
yeah.
about this podcast or just looking up the Super Nintendo World Direct itself just to
So
experience
it's
it.
a 15-minute video. Just watch it over lunch or something. It's so cool. Like it's one thing to sort of like we're trying our best to sort of describe what we can see and stuff like that, but it's one thing to describe it and listen to it, but it's another thing to actually see it.
And this
And this is
section,
crazy. Like when he shrinks,
yeah.
like when I watched this only a couple of days ago. We missed it. This came out on 18th of December last year, so we're quite late to it.
We're very
But
late
when I
to it.
watched this a couple of days ago, I was like, how the fuck did he shrink? How did they do it? Like,
And then now everything after that, because you technically shrunk,
yeah, you shrunk. You're small Mario now.
all the items are huge.
Yeah, there's the giant bomb and punch blocks, and like the doors and stuff like that are a lot larger. It's oh,
Genius. Genius
mm,
use of like the trickery of the eye and just the whole perspective side of
yeah,
things. It's so good.
yeah, oh. And then he makes it out, uh, and stuff like that, and he's back into the real world. And his next part is amazing because I think he delves into the food, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, I think the next one is the food, which is oh no, wait,
Yeah.
the
Oh no,
merch.
sorry. The
Gotta
merch
remember the
stamps.
merch, which is
The
also a
next
really good
important
part
part.
of every theme park. I
The
want
Mario
I want all
hats.
the hats. We need to get a
The
Mario
Bowser
Luigi
hat.
hat.
Look at the. I want to walk around in a goddamn Koopa Troopa hat. You know, like oh,
Oh, they're gonna take so
and
much money.
this is cool. Oh, I'm happy to give it to him. Yeah.
Oh yes, this. What's it? Tokoto. Toko Mario.
Yeah. Oh.
It's so cute.
Basically, Nintendo themselves worked like so. For those that know the history of Nintendo, they started off as like a toy and card game company way back when before they were doing video games, and they've sort of gone back to that. They're making another toy, and it's basically this tiny little handheld Mario in these tiny little overalls. It's so cute, and when you push him, he looks like he walks. I don't know why I want it, but I want it. You know,
I mean, you need to get it. And you
need
need
to,
to
yeah.
get this. The
Yeah.
popcorn,
Popcorn boxes.
which is in
It's such a
the form of
standard.
a star.
It's such a standard at these parks. I'm sure there's going to be other, like you can get
Ooh,
like
there
a one-up
probably would
mushroom. You
be,
can get
yeah.
like the power up star obviously and stuff like that.
And this is Toad's
And then,
Cafe. Oh
yeah,
wait,
Canopio's
the
Cafe
brothers are
or
here.
Toad's Cafe. It's so cute. He calls them my children in the video, and it's like, oh, he's so cute. I love it.
Man, his kids would be the luckiest kids in the world.
I don't know if he has kids, to be honest with you. I'll have to look it up after this.
I don't know either. Let me have a look.
I'm not sure. Same with the voice of Mario. I'm not sure if he has kids himself.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
always
really?
wanted to meet. I've always wanted to meet the voice of Mario. He seems like such a happy,
He does.
like just good vibes guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he has 2 children.
Okay, man, what lucky kids. And then he's
Oh.
going through another sort of feature of the park. There's these 2 giant presents when you walk into Toad's Cafe. And you can pick either the larger present or the smaller present on the wall, and then depending on what you pick, you'll get a surprise or a present in on your little tracking device watch.
Oh, I love the screen of Toad in the kitchen, just
I
as you're lining
know.
up.
Oh,
Just so, Toad's
I
so
love it.
cute.
I love it when they do that at theme parks. They make the lineup exciting and fun as
Yeah.
well.
Because
Like,
you don't want to be stuck in line and not like just stare at
no,
your phone. You know, you just
yeah,
you want to be like still immersed in this whole world and not
they
taken out
make
of it.
lining up fun. How do they do it? Yeah.
Oh my
And then
god,
there's
everything
these
looks so good.
food. Oh, it
So I'm
is
pretty
so cute.
sure Toad's restaurant is like a lot of it's mushroom based because it's in a mushroom. Is that correct?
It's in a toadstool sort of thing. It's in like a giant toadstool. And so they said that a lot of the foods are either inspired by mushrooms or they have like a lot of mushroom flavors and stuff like that. So a little bit previously when he was talking about the popcorn, he said that you
Yeah,
can either get like your normal traditional butter, you can get like, your candy floss sort of sweeter popcorn, or you can get mushroom flavored popcorn.
which is a very
Um,
interesting flavor to have.
It is. I mean, Japan's known for having their sort of weird and quirky flavors and things,
Mm,
like all their Kit Kats and stuff like that.
right, that's true. I think there's a
The
wasabi
wasabi Kit Kat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the strawberry Kit Kat, all those sorts of things, and their drinks as well. They have some pretty crazy flavored drinks, but all the food looks so cute. Just
Yeah, they're decorated so beautifully. I want
it
whatever
just
that is.
it makes you hope that they sort of when they order it, the chefs and stuff that prepare it actually take their time to make it look like that,
Mm,
because I think that's part of the experience of it. Like you know when you go to a Macca's and you order a Big Mac and it comes
yeah.
up and it's like it's half fallen apart already, and like god damn it, like that would be so disappointing if you ordered a Mario burger and it was half fallen apart just because they're so busy and under the
Yeah.
pump. Like
No, I don't reckon they would rush that.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm very excited. I love like food in theme parks. Just like made into to looks like something else. Like Disney had a
I
lot
still
of
remember.
Mickey shaped
Yep,
ones.
I bought a Mickey Mouse shaped burger when I was at Disney.
Did you? Was it good?
It was actually, yeah, it was like just a normal cheeseburger sort of thing,
Yeah.
with lettuce, tomato, uh, and beef patty, and it's just cute, great.
And yeah,
I
because of
think,
COVID,
yeah,
unfortunately, not a lot of people can visit. But apparently, they'll be opening up
yeah.
overseas in the US,
Well, they're making it says here Hollywood, California, Orlando, and then
Singapore
Florida, and
as
then
well.
Singapore, and some other I think one other Asian country. They said.
So yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm sad it's not coming to Australia, but whatever.
Man, we never get anything cool out here,
It's
We never get anything cool.
all right.
So
We'll just have to
disappointing.
go to Japan and do everything.
Look, that's true. That's true.
So
It does
any
make sense.
Patreons?
Any sponsors? Hello. Now he's
Um,
going to show us inside Bowser's castle, which is sort of directly
beautiful.
opposite Peach's castle in the thing to contrast the two characters, I guess. It is beautifully made.
It looks like it's made out of metal. The Bowser statue.
The Bowser, the mouth that, like when you walk through the door, you're walking through Bowser's mouth basically, and the big Bowser above you looks like it is just made out of cast iron. It's crazy. I'm sure it's not because that would have been very expensive,
Yeah.
but still. And then
Oh,
this giant Bowser statue looks like it's made out of like cut stone, which is
yeah.
sick. oh, I want that for my house. I want that in my living room, you know? Like, please come
That'd be
in,
the
sit
size
down.
of your living room.
Don't mind the Bowser. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then this here, they
Oh,
have
wow.
life-size versions of all the Mario Kart trophies.
They're
Like,
so beautiful.
and it says here that they developed a special trophy that you'll only get after completing this ride in the park, which is
Wait,
the
like you
Universal
actually
Studios
get
trophy.
it?
No, you don't get the physical trophy itself, but I'm sure like you can link your My Nintendo account
Yeah, that's right.
to the wristband, I would think. And then when you go home, it'll show up like, you know, either in a Mario Kart game or just in your My Nintendo account that you have completed the additional Mario Kart trophy at Universal Studios.
Ooh, and they're doing augmented reality for this ride.
Yeah.
Wonder how that's gonna be like.
Oh,
The cars look so pristine. Oh my god.
like it makes me like when February does come around, it makes me want to look up videos of people going to this, but
Do
at the
you?
same time I don't, because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Exactly.
Like, but it's the thing is like, who knows how long it's going to be until we can go? Like,
Oh, probably like 2 years, huh?
yeah. And then that's it. We ended the video 15 minutes up. What do you think?
I am so excited for it. I'm so sad that you know we can't travel right now, but when we
Yeah.
do, Japan is like the top of the list.
Oh, it's the top of my list. Yeah.
There's also Studio Ghibli Land, which I think is opened. And
I think I saw
so
that too. I think it is open now. Yeah. There's also I forget what it's called, but there's an artist that has their own sort of space where there's like the wall of mirrors and stuff like that, and there's all of the like the fairy lights and things in it. I'll try and show a photo on the video.
Oh,
But you know what I'm talking about,
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
It's like
an
I think
art
it's
space, right?
I think it's like Team 1 or something. That's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have this like big sort of infinity mirror, and there's like all of these projections and lights and stuff
Yeah,
in
they
it,
do
and
a
it
lot
looks
of light stuff.
great. Yeah, I think they're doing one in Melbourne, I think,
Oh, really?
at the National Gallery, but I'm not sure.
That'd be cool.
But unfortunately, all the travel in Australia is also quite limited at the moment, so who knows if I can even make it down there. But there's so much stuff to see in Japan. I got to take you to the robot restaurant.
Yeah. I want to go to. Is it called
outstanding.
Sweet Potato? It's a video game store.
Oh, I don't think it's called. Yeah, I don't know if it's Sweet Potato, but I did go there.
Super Potato.
Awesome little place. Super Potato, that's the one. Yeah.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah. Awesome little place.
Yeah, I heard.
It's like you wouldn't even know it's there unless you were looking for it, because we were walking down. I think from memory, it's in Akihabara, and we were just walking down the street trying to find it. And it's this tiny little doorway on the right-hand side of the street with like one of those just like A-frame signs outside on the street.
Oh, wow.
Like it's not a big store or anything like that. And you walk up these tiny little staircases. You walk up 2 levels, and then it's basically, it looks like it's built into an apartment, sort of.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's that small. But they have on the first floor, they have basically all their retail space where there's like 3 or 4 shelves of just classic video games, so like your NES, SNES, old school Game Boys, old school like Nintendo consoles,
Yeah.
first edition PlayStations, everything like that. And then they have a ton of games for each of those things.
Oh, wow.
And they're all like shrink wraps. They're all nice and
Yeah,
protected
that's
and
right.
things like that. And then you go up one more flight of stairs, and then they have a bunch of arcades, which were, I think, free to use. I don't think you had to pay for them. I think they were set to like free to use. And there was so many, like, there wasn't so many people, but there was a bunch of people. Like, there was this one guy that looked like he was on about his 6th hour of playing. They had the old school, the first Donkey Kong game where Mario was like first introduced and stuff like that. And some guy looks like he was on about his 4th or 5th hour straight of playing this game. He was like going for the high score or something. But just like, yeah, it was so cool. I love Japan so much.
One day.
Yeah. But I guess that's it for today's episode. We're going to try and make it a little bit of a shorter one this week. We don't want to keep you guys for too long. So I guess thank you guys for watching and listening this week.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys next week. We're going to make another episode soon and get that out for next week again. We'll talk about, again, like we said, our thoughts on WandaVision. There's going to be 2 episodes coming out this week, 2 30-minute ones. We'll let you know how we thought about that. We're going to try and keep it as spoiler-free as we can, I guess.
Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.